So another lawsuit is filed against the city over what some small theater owners are calling unequal vaccine requirements.
So the owners say the rules are not fair for venues hosting different types of events, and they're fighting back. Joining us right now, Catherine Russell, owner of the Theater Center, and her attorney, Daniel Ortner. Thank you so much for being with us. Catherine, let's start with you. What prompted you to bring this lawsuit against the city?
I think everyone should be vaccinated. That would be very clear. Everyone who works at our theater is fully vaccinated. But the mayor is requesting that now anyone who comes to the theater has to prove that they have been fully vaccinated. This is causing us a lot of trouble. The lines are long to get in. People are becoming very angry, sometimes abusive to my staff. And I'm not exactly sure why small venues that have already been really hard hit because we were not allowed to open for a year and 3 months are now being required to sort of be sheriffs.
So, Catherine, I'm wondering, you know, we saw a big fight break out at Carmine's restaurant over the last week. Has it come to that at your theater as well? What kind of confrontation have your people had?
People have been belligerent. They've been very angry. There was a little bit of saliva spread. Let me say that.
What?
Okay.
New Yorkers are aware that we should wear masks, but I think people from other states, Texas, Florida, are very surprised when they come and understand that they have to provide proof of vaccination. Everyone is masked the entire time at the theater, let me be clear, while they're watching the show, and we very vigilantly sort of police on the audience to make sure no masks are slipping. So I feel that people are very safe. Previous to this mandate, we had a vaccinated and an unvaccinated section in the theater. So I'm happy with that. I'm just unhappy sort of being responsible for other people's vaccinations.
But it's also a bigger picture of, hey, this is your venue that you have to, have proof of vaccination for people coming in. Maybe a couple hours later, that same venue doesn't have to show proof of vaccination for religious service. So based on the difference of speech there, makes a difference in who has to show vaccines and who doesn't.
11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday mornings, there's a church service in the Jerry Orbach Theater. No vaccination proof is required. 3 hours later, musical parody of The Office, you have to be vaccinated. I'm not sure why. Perhaps my attorney, Daniel, can explain that.
Yeah, Daniel, I do want to ask you a question, though, or just talk about a response, though, that the city came out and made this public response. Vaccination unlocks everything New York City has to offer to help us recover from this pandemic, and we will continue to vigorously defend the key to NYC order. All right, so you know what every public entity and public figure has become really good at is just not answering a question. Why can't they say, hey, we're doing this because this is protected under the First Amendment, it's a religious reason? Why do you think they are not explaining, why this religious service doesn't have to show proof of vaccination?
Well, look, for the past year and a half, theaters have been treated as second class, and the city's never explained why. So I wouldn't expect that they'd change their tune now and start answering why. But there's just no justification for it under the First Amendment. As Catherine mentioned, this is based on the content of the speech in the theater, and the First Amendment says governments cannot discriminate based on content of speech. And it's not just houses of worship, it's also community centers, it's also schools that could have theater events with anyone attending, but small theaters are being treated worse. And I think the statement you read shows it's not about public health, it's about punishing people and forcing people to be vaccinated at the expense of these small theaters that have been so hard hit throughout this pandemic. So that's just not right, and it's not constitutional.
So Daniel, I'm wondering, I mean, I know you're following all the lawsuits against the city. The city recently won yesterday a lawsuit against city workers who did not want to get the vaccine and the mandate and all that other stuff. So do you think you have legal standing here?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's because this is a case about the First Amendment and the unequal treatment. My organization, the Pacific Legal Foundation, got involved representing Catherine and other theater owners pro bono because we feel so strongly about this, the right for equal treatment under the law, the right to defend, the right to speak. These theaters are engaging in expressive activity. Theater is protected speech, and so the First Amendment protects them, their right to equal treatment for their speech.
Catherine, are you worried about business, or are you worried about the treatment of your workers?
I'm worried about both. We have a lot of refunds. We were very hard hit. As I said, small venues were not allowed to open for so long. When we finally opened, we were starting to get some traction, and now we're facing refunds. I have to add more staff so people can police the audience coming in. They have to provide ID and proof of vaccination. And I'm worried about my staff being abused. So it's several issues. Once again, everyone needs to get vaccinated. It's just not my job to make sure that they do.
Interesting point. Catherine Russell.
Outside.
Thank you so much, Catherine Russell. All the best to you, and all the best to you, Daniel Ortner, your attorney. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.